right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to halftime of tonight's contest where we got our Cyclone Player Spotlight. We're joined by brothers for the second week in a row. We got senior number 81, Riley Jones, and sophomore number 18, Ryan Jones. Guys, we appreciate you coming in. Riley, talk to you a little bit about last week's game, Westridge. I think Stacy and myself called your name more last week than we did the first 2 weeks combined. How did you go and fit into the game plan that Coach Whitten and Coach Harrison put in?
Well, having those guys down under me, having those big guys like Rainwater, Kyler, and Lennox, Calix, all those guys, really helping out with the tackles and everything, keeping them off of me and helping me get to that outside and contain the run and that QB.
All right, Ryan, you're injured. You haven't got to play yet. You got hurt in the summer practice. So you're standing on the sideline. What do you do to help your brother? What do you do? Do you and him have conversations during the game, after the game, or do you see stuff and point it out to him? How does that work?
Well, so first off, he has like slight asthma, so I carry around his inhaler and like everything.
So you're his life support.
Yeah.
Remember that, Riley.
Yeah.
But I mean, like if he gets too worked up, I'll tell him to calm down and just play the game.
Now, Ryan, this is for you. You haven't, like I said earlier, you've not got to play yet. You're struggling. You're going to have a season. You're going to have surgery at the end of the year. What do you look to do for this year's team from the sideline, lack of a better term?
I just do whatever I can. I mean, if I see something happening, tell the players and just try and help out wherever I can.
All right, Riley, the last question for you. Tonight's contest, we're going from a run-oriented back to Science Hill style. How does that affect your game?
Really just gotta anchor down, don't try and shoot anything too fast, and more work with your eyes than your hands this week. You really just have to see it because it is a different ball game. It's not going to be moving as quick. There's going to be different things happening. So, yeah.
Ron, let me ask you a couple of questions. How hard is it to stand on the sidelines and see all the? You started working early, and this January of this year, December after the last season ended to have to now sit and watch everybody doing what you want to be out there to do. How hard is that for you?
It's really hard. I mean, I worked, for months just to get ready to play, and then come game time and I'm hurt. It just sucks.
How's the injury now?
I tried to come back, but it didn't get better, so I have to get surgery.
Okay. Think that'll fuel you a little bit for next year?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Riley, let's talk a little bit about defensive end for the Cyclones. For the last 50 years, to me, has been one of the most important positions on the whole football team because you have to be so disciplined, and you saw it a little bit in the wing T last week. You see it on teams that run misdirections, and you see it some on the passing. How hard is it to learn to stay at home?
It's hard. It's took me till this year to get it right, pretty much.
You're like Carson Stressman. It took him 4 years to learn how to stay at home.
Yeah, it's so easy to just see your guy go and shoot up the field, and that's just not what we need to do. You gotta hit that tackle's shoulder, open him up, and squeeze and sit in your gap, and just make the play and not try and be the hero or anything.
When you face an offense like you're going to face tonight with Volunteer, who are going to try to run some trick plays on you, going to try to have some misdirection and attempt to throw the ball. How do you let, when you got a sophomore down at the other end, you've got some young guys that come in, and you've got some outside linebackers sometimes that have your responsibility. As a senior, how do you let them understand what it's taken you 4 years to play?
I guess I'm in the same boat, as some of them are, because, heck, some of them juniors and sophomores might have more playing time than me. This is kind of my first year really getting at it. I've been weighed down with injuries and all that, and having bigger just guys ahead of me that worked harder than I have, and so I try and lead them in a way that's encouraging but not putting them down. But I trust my guys to get the job done. Yeah.
Raleigh, Tony's right. You played a well of a ball game last week. Very important. You played your position very well. Ryan, best of luck as the season goes along. Hope surgery is successful. We look forward for Big Brother to come over there and cheer you on the sidelines from now on. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it with our Cyclone Spotlight. Week 2 of the brother duos on the Cyclone team. But we thank Ryan and Riley for being with us. We'll be back after these words from our sponsor, and then we'll have This Week in Cyclone Football with Coach Ryan Whitten. After these words from our sponsors at WVEJ. Wasn't too bad, was it?
What about?
Huh?
Told you.
All right. You doing okay?
Yeah.